welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. I have been learning very valuable lessons indeed. So creativity and creating in general is, in my opinion, based on the last 2 weeks, well, since we last spoke in particular, is completely dependent upon environment. And I'm saying that because I'm not sure I've mentioned it on this podcast, but I'm having a kitchen fitted, finally. You may recall it was this time last year that I was actually looking into it. And then I've basically just had too much surgery between then and now. But we're finally getting round to it. But it's been a nightmare. And Thursday night, I forget where I was now, but I came home from wherever I was and the heating was off. So the flat was cold. Now this is nothing to do with the kitchen, people, I might add, because it's one of those central boilers, so it heats the whole block. So it's centrally managed, and I'm using air quotes for managed. It's supposedly centrally managed, and the heating was off. So I dropped an email over, and of course they don't do anything unless it's office hours. So they picked that up on Friday morning about 10 o'clock and said, yeah, we'll send somebody out. Friday evening, the hot water also went down. So at this point, I had no heating and no hot water. And I'm living in a building site. So I was getting quite stressed, and I've not been able to do any washing since they started, which was almost 2 weeks ago now. So I've got a big mountain of washing. And then I did actually manage to get the water sorted out, but it was pure luck that I happened to have one of the contractors' phone numbers, because otherwise I'd have been waiting right around till Monday to get hot water. But if that wasn't enough, I came home Saturday to no electricity as well. So I spent whole of Saturday night without electricity. I did have electricity on Sunday because that was to do with the kitchen fitting. But they did come around very early and they rectified it. And they were very apologetic. And I did feel very sorry for them because it messed up their weekend. But, it was quite stressful given the 2 days that I'd gone through. And, of course, no electricity meant I couldn't put my electric heater on. So it was freezing. And then, generally, it's just dusty and just noisy. And I've been in my flat quite a lot. And, I created nothing. I think that's what I'm trying to tell you. So it took me 3 minutes to tell you that I've created nothing. So this podcast is all you're going to get, I'm afraid. I haven't done the vlog. I haven't done anything, and it's playing havoc with my comedy. As you know, I've just had some atrocious gigs. I've got my next one on Wednesday, and I'm just thinking, shall I bother? Because I'm just not funny when I'm covered in brick dust and cold and all day Friday smelly. No hot water either. So, I think it was, I don't know, I'm going to have to go back and revisit this actually. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where, he talks about, I think, the first level, because you need to move up this pyramid basically until you get to self-actualization. But the very bottom level is about food and shelter. So if you don't have food and shelter, you can't move up to the next level. And I'm seeing that now because my shelter has been in disarray and it is playing havoc. Anyway, I need to, excuse me. See, that's brick dust. I need to stop whining, and hopefully by the time I speak to you on Thursday, the only thing that's going to require being done then is measuring up for the worktop, because that's a special, well, they're all specialist jobs, don't get me wrong, but my builder doesn't do that. That's actually the kitchen provider that come around, measure it up, and then it's made specially, I believe, and then that hopefully will be fitted next week. Yay! But I have to say, they have done an awful lot today, and it is looking like a kitchen now, and it is quite exciting because this has been so stressful for me. But I'm just, when the guys went, I was actually quite tearful because it was so nice, or it's going to be so nice when it's finished. There's some niggles, I'll be honest, there are some niggly bits, but we'll get over those. Much love and gratitude.